Ben, we've just had the second press conference, slightly more tame, shall we say, than Tuesday's one. What did you make of the back and forth between the two fighters there?
I thought it was good. I was apprehensive about what might happen today. I think there were certain topics that, if breached, can just kick it all off. So I was happy, and I thought it was really good, and I think Chris came out on top again.
Did you get the chance to speak much with Chris from Tuesday up until now? Because obviously, he kicked things off with that egg scanner at the start of this press conference. So I was wondering if you knew that was planned, or if some of these antics that he was going to bring up, if you'd spoken to him about
that. No, to be honest. Look, I think His Excellency loved the ring and the egg stuff. I think it sold the fight. I think it was funny. I think it was apt. I think it was necessary after everything that has happened. I think every boxing fan is dumbfounded at that situation, and it was a bit of light-hearted humour. Better to react like that than in a very vicious and aggressive way. And I thought he did what he did, and we move on.
Yeah, with Conor Benn, obviously he brought up the fact, the relationship between Eubank Jr. and Eubank Sr. Do you think he may have overstepped the mark a little with that?
I think so. I think for us, we would never go personal. That's not in our style. There's a lot of things that I could say, but we don't do that. And Chris keeps it above board. And yeah, I think it's below the belt. I don't think anyone really understands anyone's personal situation. But this isn't about the fathers. This is about the boys making the biggest fight in the past 10, 20 years in British boxing.
Robert Smith's confirmed that there's going to be a hearing in response to Chris Eubank Jr. slapping Conor Benn with the egg. Have you heard anything about time or day as to when that might take place?
Yeah, I think it'll be next week. There'll probably be a hearing for Eddie as well, for his push. But listen, I'm not gonna press charges on that. But no, it's all fun and games. I think Robert can see it for what it is. I think if you slap someone and it's aggressive, perhaps. But I think the egg was a joke, and I believe Robert will see through that.
Yeah, wait. So you mentioned that there could be a hearing for Eddie when he pushed you on the stage. Yeah, have you been speaking about that behind the scenes at all?
No. Listen, I'm joking. Look, there might be, but that'll be one for Robert Smith.
Well, in terms of what you expect is going to play out in this hearing, do you think it's going to be as simple as just a fine, maybe, or do you think it may even be that?
Slap on the wrist. I think we all know what it was. We all know it's out. Chris isn't a violent person and behaves impeccably most of the time. As he said, he doesn't cheat, he doesn't lie, and he had a bit of fun, which has made the biggest fight in British boxing. It was already big. He made a point. We move on. And in fairness, Conor, I thought was okay today, and didn't go overboard.
Eddie Hearn confirmed at the press conference that Conor Benn will have his licence renewed with the British Boxing Board of Control. Was there any point where you were perhaps doubtful about that, or did you always believe that would happen?
Listen, we wouldn't have done the fight unless he could get his British licence. As simple as that. That was something me and Chris were very, very strong about. Once we understood that he could get his licence again and everything had been dealt with, that's why the fight got made. It's the only reason we're doing it. We would never consider doing a fight outside of the British Border Control, ever. Not in this country. And I'm absolutely... I'm glad, but it's also necessary that his licence is with the British Board, and I'm happy to hear that.
Just a few more, because I feel like we've forgotten about the undercard. It's obviously a terrific card, good few matchups there. We saw Badou Jack was here today. I know obviously Chris Smith's fighting Brandon Glanton on the undercard, and he's been very vocal in the fact that he wants to fight Badou Jack for the WBC cruiserweight title. How confident are you of delivering that if he gets past Glanton?
For me, it's the fight to make. I say it to His Excellency now. That is the fight in the cruiserweight division. For me, it's two big names. I think Chris Smith's got a massive fight against Brandon Glanton on April 26th, but I saw Badou today. He'll be there on April 26th, and hopefully we can get it on, and that's the fight to make next.
Just finally, another cruiserweight. Obviously, Vidal Riley fighting on the card against Chev Clark. You're obviously backing your man to win that one. So what does a win over Chev Clark do for Vidal Riley's career?
Oh, listen, he's a star outside of the ring, and that will make him a star inside of the ring. He's fighting at his hometown, 8 minutes from the stadium he grew up. He's a Spurs fan. It's what dreams are made of. For me, outside in the main event, that's the best fight on the card. I would like to see it Chief support. I think it's that good. Two great fighters, two British fighters. But Vidal will win that for me and prove to everyone he's not just a YouTuber, a big star, but he's a phenomenally talented boxer.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to it. Thanks for giving me your time, Ben. Much appreciated.